All right, Thursday's always interesting around here because the Imagination Station is in for a visit. Jeff Stevenson is here with an excitable combination, Pop Rocks and soda.
Exactly.
Excitable for many reasons.
Do you like Pop Rocks?
I don't know if I like that. I know the feeling that it puts on your tongue. It kind of makes me feel a little weird.
Well,
not gonna lie.
Do you want to try some out?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead and throw a lab coat.
I'm always up for it.
Go ahead and throw a lab coat on because we're doing Pop Rocks and soda could be kind of messy. You look nice today. I don't want to get you too covered in Pop Rocks, but
okay.
Go ahead and put out your hand. I'll go ahead and I'll give you some of these. When's the last time you had Pop Rocks?
I was probably like 5th grade.
5th grade? All right, well, let's go ahead. You feel that popping happening?
Just what I thought.
Yeah. Now, what's really cool is Pop Rocks are actually just rock candy, kind of. They're made the same way, but with lots of CO2 being pressurized as it's being made. So it's basically kind of like some sugar candy like you'd make at home, but they use high-pressure CO2 to make little pockets of bubbles in there that, as you dissolve the candy, are popping around. And what's really cool is if you can get one in between your tooth, you can almost shoot it out because it's got about 600 PSI of pressure behind it.
Really?
Pounds per square inch of pressure, 600. So there's actually quite a bit of pressure locked into these little tiny bits of candy.
That also I did not know.
Yeah, kind of an interesting fact. Now, have you heard of the myth with Pop Rocks and soda before?
Drinking soda if you ingest Pop Rocks.
So you have heard of this myth before.
Can you explode?
Can you explode, right? That's always the rumor. Do you explode if you eat a bunch of Pop Rocks and drink a bunch of soda?
Okay.
Do you want to try it out today?
Do I?
Maybe not you personally, but how about we have like a little bit of an artificial Pop Rocks
I was going to say,
stomach.
Melissa and Ashley really have been dying to get involved in one of these experiments. Maybe we could use them as an example.
Maybe. But I have actually brought together some equipment so we don't have to harm anyone. We'll do a little scientific experiment today.
Maybe next week.
Maybe next week. Well, why don't you go ahead and take my open bottle Pop Rocks there and pour them into my balloon.
How many would you like in there?
The whole thing. Just go ahead and just slowly put them all in. Perfect. Perfect. Now, what this balloon is going to be, it's going to be kind of like my artificial mouth.
Okay.
All right, so I'm holding my Pop Rocks in my mouth. Now, there's no saliva or any liquid like that, so they're actually not popping. And this soda is going to be my artificial stomach. So this is if I were to be able to drink an entire soda without it fizzing at all, right?
Okay.
And this is like I had a bunch of Pop Rocks in my mouth without dissolving them, and we're going to put them directly into my stomach without dissolving the Pop Rocks or fizzing the soda. So this is the ideal situation. So if something was going to explode, this is going to be it, right?
All right.
So why don't you go ahead and tip over my balloon there and dump my Pop Rocks down my esophagus into my stomach.
And then step back?
Well, we'll see, right? Go ahead and kind of shake them in there. Anything too exciting happening?
Not yet.
Not yet. It's kind of bubbling. You can see some colors are forming from that food coloring dissolving in there. Even if I were to like jump around inside of my stomach,
you're all right.
I'm okay,
But
right?
the carbon dioxide gas is being released, right?
It is being released, and you see this little bubble being made? You can squeeze that.
Okay.
Kind of give that a feel.
Little pressure.
That is that CO2 from the Pop Rocks being released, and a little bit of CO2 from the soda being released.
Okay.
So this wouldn't be you exploding. This would be maybe you having a burp.
All right.
Right. So maybe just you burping or something like that. So that's pretty cool. But we can do stuff with other candies, right? So you're going to be safe no matter what, right?
So we're going to be safe. Myth dispelled.
Myth dispelled. But you've probably heard other soda and candy myths before, right?
Yes.
Famously, have you ever heard of Mentos being used with
Yes,
soda?
I have.
I think we've even maybe done it here before, right?
Yes, I think we have.
Yes. So what I brought today is I brought some Mentos. Now, Mentos, they don't pop, right? They don't pop in your mouth or anything like that. That's because they don't have any carbon dioxide trapped in them.
Okay.
But what they do have are tiny little divots called nucleation zones all around them.
All right, and what do we need to do with these?
I'm going to give you about 5 of them, all right? And I want you to kind of stack them in your hand all in a line, and I want you to pour all 5 of them into my soda at once. And there's no CO2 trapped in my candy, but what those little, don't worry, I'll get you another one.
Okay.
What those little divots do is they allow all of that CO2 in my soda and my entire 2-liter to be released all at once.
Okay, drop them in.
We're going to go ahead. Are you ready? Go. All right, so this is a soda with Mentos, and you get a very cool reaction happening there, a lot more impressive than our Pop Rocks.
It was.
And soda.
Definitely more of a reaction. You guys are all about getting reactions, and that's what you do at the Imagination Station. What's new with you guys?
Well, kind of we're talking about if you were ingesting something, this would probably still make you only have to burp. And what's really cool is if you want to come learn more about burping or sneezing or anything like that, we have indeed extended grossology.
Very nice. So that will be going through the rest of the year?
Through January, all the way up until January 5th.
Sounds good. All righty, appreciate your time this morning. Of course, you guys are just down the road from us here in downtown Toledo.